Welcome everybody to Javohn Wants to Know. Today I have a special guest on, and that is Kurt KB. Yo, Kurt, tell everybody who you are and what you do.
So my name is Kurt Broom. They call me KB. I own a business called Under the City Lights, and we're basically a LA-based lifestyle and a digital brand that creates and shares content highlighting the city's food, special events, or nightlife for the urban community.
Oh, that's nice. So, what made you want to start, under the city lights?
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
What made you want to start under the city lights?
So I started it because back about 5 years ago, I've started about 5 years ago, and with I have two younger kids, and at the time they were just like, what are we gonna do this weekend? Where are we gonna go? So when I was searching to find out what to do, I found myself going to different websites and different things to do in LA. I've been born and raised here, but I noticed that generally we do the same thing, we go to the same places, and so on and so forth. And I felt that it was in a rut. So me being where I'm at, I was like, I want to create a website, a venue where we can all go to, where you can take families if you have them, or even your boyfriend or husbands, whatever, but take them out to go do certain things. So I found myself going on different websites to find out what to do, who to trust. So I ended up creating my own because I got fed up with going to five different websites, get a discount over here, or you get this, or suggestions, and most of them are true and correct, and most of them aren't. Some of them aren't. So you got to weed through it. For me, I got fed up with it, so I created this website Under the City Lights. The name of the website, everything Under the City Lights that you see, the shirt, so on and so forth. But I found it, I found it very challenging. Once you crack that nut, there's 20 more other nuts. So little by little, you start, oh, okay, I got to do this. Oh, I got to develop this. I got to do this. So now I'm at the stage where it's almost done. The website needs to be created, and we're done, and we're off and running.
Nice. So on the website, people will be able to go in there and see the different locations to go to. Will it be discounts and things, or how will it be,
Correct. So soon enough, there will be discounts. So the people, the restaurants or the nightlife that I attend, or even events like we go to because we shoot at, they all charge. So eventually, I'll be able to, I curate the relationship and knowing them and understanding where I'm coming from, so that way I can get a discount for our members. So everyone that signs up on the website will be able to know about what's going on today, tomorrow, and next week, and let alone next year. But you'll be able to know, you'll be in the know of what's happening. So with that, you'll be able to get in free at some places or a discount in others, discounts at restaurants, so on and so forth.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah,
So just an all in one place. And that's really good for the LA life because people come out here all the time and they're asking, where to go. Now, let me ask you this. Do you have do you have like some hood spots on there that you like, yeah, this is good, but be careful when you go.
yeah. I mean, without a doubt, because that's just what it is. I mean, there's places that that are I'll say Calabasas, but there's other places in Inglewood that people won't go, but they shouldn't fear that. I'm not going to sit them down where they're going to get robbed or anything like that. It's
Right.
not like that. But I'm going to say this is a place you need to go, but you eat there and get out. Don't hang out or nothing. But it's going to be the real deal. I mean, because people need to know what they're getting into beforehand. As far as restaurant, I go to a lot of restaurants. I mean, you have no idea. Um, and there's places I go to that's not so hot, but I eat there, but I know that other people won't eat there. I won't even take my kids there because, hey, you're okay. Just stay away, so on and so forth. But, it's good. It's fair. I treat everybody the same and we roll like that.
Yeah, it seems like this is becoming something that a lot of people like to do and really like show their eating, their dining experiences. Some in LA, other places, and things like that. And some people made really big names from it. What is your goals from this whole journey that you're going on doing it?
My goals. I would say that I just want to create and establish under the city lights for everyone to know and to trust in it and what they're saying or what we're saying, what we have to put on paper, what you're going to see when you go on your phones. I want to be like a Yelp, so to speak, but on steroids, I always say, because it's not just food, and everybody knows the reputation of Yelp and all that stuff, but we won't get into that. But I found a way where you're not going to get in trouble if you have a bad comment or anything like that. So, there's ways around it without demolishing uh, a restaurant or a place or a venue, just you make sure that you take care of people, whether you're a customer or whether you're a business, and I'm a middleman, which sucks because you've got to make everybody happy. But I just want people to know that you can entrust in what I'm saying and what I write, and everything's true to fact. I mean, I'm gonna be open with it to say, oh, like you said, the hood places, hey, if you go here, you're taking your own chance, but this is the spot you want to go to. As well as, people, like I said, Calabasas, nobody wants to go to Calabasas that don't belong there, so to speak. But
Right.
it's cool over there. I grew up in that area, so I already know how they are, you
Yeah.
know. So it just goes within, like I said, just be confident in what you're getting for my material. I aim to please.
Yeah, I hear that. And you know, I can see where you're talking about like how you're like the middle person and you have to, do it a certain way. I just recently saw a post. I won't say the person name, but there's a guy who's pretty popular and he goes to all these different restaurants and he reviewed the food. And he went to a somewhat famous person new restaurant, chicken place,
Mhm.
and he didn't actually go in. He had someone else go in and pay for the food because he didn't want to have special treatment and he wanted to get it how it is served to the public. And when
Right.
he was like, "Yo, this is not good." And he recently said that he got a lawsuit sent to him by that famous person saying that it's defamation of character. And he's like, "I didn't defamate the character, defame the character. I just said what it was, and I didn't go in there looking for no extra treatment and stuff." Like, how do you handle things like that?
Well, like I said, I created a way where it alleviates somewhat of a lawsuit because he will get sued for defamation. Unfortunately, that happens when you're in this field,
Hmm.
but you go with the punches. I mean, if you're saying what's true, and nowadays you really can't say what you really mean, what you want to say, because everybody's so damn sensitive. Oh, sorry. Everybody's so sensitive to what you got to say. But it's true, why be sensitive? Just make the corrections. If it's something that you find defaming, understand where people are coming from and make the corrections. If you don't make the corrections, then that's on you. I can't do nothing about it. That's just what it is. And if you can't take it, then you know what? Then you shouldn't be in business. Unfortunately, you know, and I'm sure we'll get into it because we've got a long road ahead of us, right? But no, you definitely want to make sure that you um, talk to the business and let them know what's going on, and as well as you talk to your clients, your customers. I call them my family. Everyone calls them my family, but it is, because I want to take care of my family and make sure they get the right treatment wherever they go. And most of the time, people aren't really upset out the experience or whatever. People always say that, oh, my fork was dirty and this place sucks. No, that's not the case. Why are you doing that? It's more than that. Maybe you were upset that day and everything just fell downhill on you, and this was the ultimate thing, this was horrible. But really it wasn't. Because I know I've done it too, I'm like,
Yeah.
wait a minute. It really wasn't this place, it was more of me and how I felt at the time. And
Hmm.
I noticed that a lot of people feel the same way.
Right. Now, do you ever you said Calabasas, so I'm sure there are some restaurants that's like super high end, 5-star type of money. And
Yeah.
what's one of your favorite ones?
Oh man. So I eat a lot around town, from downtown LA all the way to Santa Monica, Hollywood. But I eat at a lot of high-end restaurants and a lot of low-end restaurants. But one of my favorite spots is downtown called the Fisherman's Wharf.
Oh,
Fisherman's, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, the old Fisherman's Outlet. Sorry,
yeah.
Fisherman's Outlet, Santa Monica. It's a small spot called Benny's Tacos. They got a lot of spots around LA.
Mm,
Benny's Tacos is very good, very excellent, excellent. And also Westwood for La Monica's. This is a pizza joint, and it's odd how I met them, but yeah. And I saw that you noticed the Fisherman's Outlet.
yeah.
You've been there.
And that's kind of like near like Alameda over that way, kind of.
Yeah, correct, correct.
Yeah, I've been.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It
But
was
yeah, I've been going there since I was a kid. Actually, my mom and my dad took me over there, and I've been there. I go there whenever I go downtown. I go for there. I go eat there, but I eat there so much. I'm like, okay, I gotta eat somewhere else. Give other people, other places a chance. But that's my number one spot. I don't mind paying the price, and it's a little pricey, but it's seafood. You're gonna pay a lot of money for it, and I don't mind. It's worth every dollar that I spend on it, so I don't mind. A lot of people are like, "Oh, it's too expensive." I'm like, "No, it's not. For what you're getting, you got it. It's good. It's good. It's worth it for sure."
yeah. In LA, you're gonna pay for food. It's just that simple. Like
Oh yeah,
you got to be ready to have a good time and spend some money in whatever you
yeah.
do here. But food definitely. Personally, have there's a restaurant that I went to that I really liked. I took my wife to, and we went kind of early. It opened like at 5 o'clock, and we got there at 5:30. It's called 71 Above. You heard of that one?
Oh yeah, for sure. Been there.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
We had a great, and we got there early enough where it was really no one there. So the way they treated us was like it was like we closed down the place in a way, and then we
Right.
sunset, because we got there just in time
Right.
for all of that. So she was
Perfect.
man. I was like, we got to go back. And I did spend like 400, but we
Yeah,
ended
yeah.
up
You use it sparingly. You go there sparingly.
there.
Special occasions and whatnot,
Yeah,
which are too many. But you plan to go. You know you're going to spend a lot of money, but
yeah.
sometimes it's worth it. To take your loved one out like that. Yeah, for sure, it's worth it.
Mm-hmm.
But just not often.
Not at all.
Yeah.
I know spots where I could spend $20 and have, more food and it's just as flavorful. But I'm not on top of the world because you can see everything from there. You see all the way to Calabasas, all the way past Long Beach, the whole circle. You see it all. So
Oh,
yeah, loved
for
it.
sure, for sure,
We got great pictures.
definitely,
Now, you
definitely.
also do photography and videography. How do you work that into your business, producing this form of show that you do?
So what I do with photography, videography, I do more of videography work, obviously, and very little photography because I don't like the setup of photography. In other words, I don't like the posing and all that. I
Yeah,
like to catch people in their natural habitat. You're going about your day naturally, and that's what I like to capture. With the restaurants, with the food, you're cooking, so that's what I want to capture. I want to see how you prepare it, what you're preparing, how you prepare it, how you're going to deliver it to the customer.
yeah,
I want to capture all that, and that's how it is when I shoot. Especially at the shows, the events that we go to, the red carpets. Um, that's what I do. That's what I like to do. That's what I enjoy to do. The only reason why I do it is because I can't find anyone. Let me rephrase that. It's hard to find people that are willing to work and that will work earnestly, that will do what I need them to do. And
yeah,
then because I've hired a lot of people to go shoot for me, I get the material back. I'm like, oh no, I need it like this. I told and they unfortunately I ran through a lot of people and they didn't do what I wanted them to do, or they didn't show up on time, or they didn't show up at all. No phone calls or nothing. So I can't rely on other people to do my work.
yeah,
I actually have to pick up my camera, pick up my backpack, get all my gear, and head out to these events or shows or to the restaurants. I make the contacts. I do everything. I don't mind doing it. The restaurants they pay. Everyone pays. Eventually, they're gonna pay.
yeah,
Because we're not in it to do anything for free. No one does anything for free, and no one should expect anything for free, right?
right.
So that's my whole thing. So, but in conclusion to what I'm saying is that I hire these people and they don't, everybody wants a job, but nobody wants to work, basically. Let's put it like that, and a lot of people, like I said, don't want to pay. So, hey, okay, you don't pay now, but you will pay later.
Yeah.
If
Sure.
it's not me, you're going to pay somebody. So you might as well pay me and I'll do it cheaply, within reason. So you might as well get it with me and get it done.
Yeah, and it's where it seems to be working well for you. You have a lot of great videos on your page. So I know everyone that's gonna watch this is gonna be going to check you out. And like, oh, I didn't even know about that.
Yeah. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Man, editing is I had to, like I said, learn all that. I had a camera back in the days, um, but lately I haven't used the camera. So, like I said, once I picked up a camera, I jumped back on it, learned it, understood it. Then it became the editing. I was like, oh man, I gotta learn this too. Okay, all right, cool. I'll learn it. It's trial and error. I learned how to edit and everything. Like I said, for my business, I do for me. But I hire people when I don't know something. I hire someone to tell me how to do it, and if they want to continue doing it, good. If you don't, then I'll just learn what you do and I'll run with it.
Mhm.
So and I don't mind because every day is always an adventure and every day is always different, and that's what I like. I don't like an 8 to 5 where every day is the same thing. You stamping papers, folding papers, sending out papers, all that, man. I'm
Yeah.
too old for that stuff, man. I'm not trying to do that. I'm not ever trying to go back to that, unfortunately, but hey, I do what I do and I like what I do. And if anyone else likes it, and thank you for the compliment, man. I really don't take compliments. I always say, no, man, it's you. I capture you. No, because I mean, it's just real like that because I know that for me, it's like I did all right. I could have done better. It's always like that. I could have done better. I should have done better.
I'm at
Next time I'll make sure I do. It's I take compliments like, oh, whatever, man. Not to diss anybody, not to belittle anybody. I know I can do better. And that's how my attitude is. Unfortunately, my wife tells me all the time, "Don't stop saying that." I'm like, oh, I
I mean, she has a point. You're doing a very good thing, and I have a student today. She did her presentation, and she said she started off with all these like, oh, this and that and that, and then she went into me and my friends brainstorming, and we did this, and she showed her video presentation. I was like, you know what? You should just start with me and my friends instead of the
know.
putting yourself down.
Yeah.
You give people
Right.
to look for the negative, but if you take that away, they won't see a negative because what you're offering is something that they want in the first place. Yeah.
For sure, for sure. That's why I said you're gonna pay anyway. You might as well pay me, right? So you're gonna do it anyway, and especially nowadays, everything's through the computer, through your phone or whatever. So everything you do is on your phone, and I know how to make sure that I create something that you're gonna be satisfied with, or more than satisfied. You're gonna love. I mean, I, I do my work and I take it very seriously
Yeah.
because it represents me, and I want people when they look at it to know that I did that.
Right.
That I created that, and I find a lot of pride in that, for sure. But it's my pride and no one else's. It's always me, underlined.
Right. I hear you. Now you critique restaurants and food. So tell me, what is the most like the worst experience you ever had, and what advice would you give them to be better? You don't have to say their name if you don't want to, but if you do, that's even more fun.
Put them on blast. I have a lawsuit.
Yeah, don't
uh,
do that.
um, yeah. No, actually, they're closed now. But the worst experience I had was I ate at a restaurant out here in the valley by my house, and it was actually horrible. It was just the worst thing ever. It was a seafood place, and they served fried food. They served seafood, but I ordered fried shrimp. And when they brought it out, I tell you, I swear, they brought it out and I bit into it, and I was like, damn, it's kind of cold. I know with working with restaurants, I hate to see how the sausage is made. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I know it, so I know what to expect. But a lot of people don't know. So what I tell you, this restaurant was so awful that it's like Vandy Camps. You know Vandy Camp, right?
Hmm.
Okay, so when they take it out of the package and throw it in the microwave,
Yeah.
and that's exactly what it tastes like. It was
Oh,
horrible. I
oh,
ordered a bunch of food. I took one bite and was like, "Oh, we're out of here. We're gone," because I didn't want to subject myself to anything like that, you
yeah.
know. And I wrote a review on them, and I told them what the truth was. You know, I told them at the time, but I said, hey, I'm gonna write a review to let other people know what the food is like. You know, and I don't care if it's great for everybody else. This is just the experience I've had, and it was awful. It was just awful. Needless to say, I went somewhere else and got some better food, but you know that experience, and they really didn't care. They were just like in it for the money. You know, when they're in it for the money, you know, you just like lose interest. You know, I do. You know, when people tell me that I learned this from my grandmother, my mother, my family, or my grandfather. You know, okay, you're curious. All right, pass it down. I get it. You know, and they put their heart and souls in it, and to get something that tastes like Vandy Camps. I was all man, that was horrible. Yeah. So I
Right.
mean, there's been other places, but yeah, that was the worst. That was the absolute worst.
Right. I could see that Vandy camps. Ugh. All right.
Yeah, seriously.
I want to know this. Uh, what actor would you love to have dinner with for your show?
Oh my gosh, are you kidding? Um, you know, it's not so much actors or actresses in the industry. It would be more of for me, for my person, it would be Prince.
Oh,
Unfortunately, he died, but it definitely would be hands down. There's no doubt about it, and it would be more of listening, sitting back and watching them make a song or make an album, preferably an album, because that way I could endure everything.
yeah.
But just to know that someone creates something from the ground up, you know, with the instruments, the lyrics, everything, you know, engineering, everything about music, he understands and he develops, he creates, and it's all his. You know, he doesn't hand it off to other people and do this. I need you to do, you know, again, back to what I was saying. If you can't find someone to do it exactly how you want to do it, then create your own, do it yourself. And
Yeah.
that's what I find, and that's why I like him so much, man. You know, I can see him, understand what he's doing because as a creator, that's what I'm doing. You know,
Yeah.
but that's as far as I would go. But really, for someone that's alive, for him, definitely hands down. But people that are alive, I would say I would do Wu-Tang Clan. That's my favorite rap group, you
Me
know,
too. Me too.
right? You know,
Yeah.
I mean, without a doubt. Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, again, for someone like RZA to bring everybody together, you know, I'm all about bringing people together, as you see the theme of what I'm talking about. You know,
Yeah.
bring everybody together and making a sound that's not the same sound. It's totally different. It's
Oh,
way different. You
yeah.
know, to get in a lane that's so different that now you're the leader. You know, now you're creating something that you're the leader of, and then other people that follow. Hey, you know, I don't want to say I created what I do, but I do what I do. You know, and I noticed that people are starting to do the same type of thing, which is cool. I mean, hey, there's room in it. Go for it. Whatever you need help in, well, I'll be more than happy to sit down with you and go over with stuff with you and tell people how I create my videos and show people. I won't show them the secret, but
Yeah.
I'll let them know this is what I use or whatnot. But yeah, for sure.
Yeah, with creativity, it shouldn't really be any gatekeeping because everyone has their own, eye and approach to it. Even though society seems to have that happen a lot of times, where some, people don't really put you on, for whatever reason. It shouldn't be that way.
Yeah,
Everyone has their own eye, their own voice, and it
right.
matter eventually.
Oh, for sure, for sure. But yeah, so like I said, it would be Wu Tang Clan because they're so different. Each artist that's in the group that they have their own style. You know, they talk their own talk. They dress differently. Just everything about them is so different. But when they come together, they're the Wu. I mean, man, and they're still together. You know, man, you can't argue with that. They're the best. They're
Yeah,
the best.
that right there is like that was a phenomenon. I mean, to get all them young brothers. I mean, we talking about young brothers. to be able to
Yeah.
commit to something like that for 5 years and listen to RZA. And I know he had a lot of pushback, but fought through it and they accomplished the things they did. That's almost unheard of. It's almost impossible, to
Dude,
be honest.
monumental, monumental for sure, definitely. And that's why they're my number one group, my number one artist. Behind Prince, they're my number one, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
All day, every day. I'm all about old school rap, you know. New school, I'm not too much into. I listen to it, but I don't rock it, you know. I'm
Yeah.
just like that. That's just, hey, I grew up in this. This is who I am, man. If you don't like it, peace out. I'll see you later.
Deuces.
Do your thing. Do your thing. You're cool. It's all
Yeah.
good.
Now, what did you do to set the tone for your brand?
Oh, whoa. The tone for my brand, I basically, I don't, that's hard to say because I am who I am. This is my brand, and this is how I curate it. I want people to believe what I'm saying. When I tell people eat at this restaurant, eat at that restaurant. It
Hmm.
shouldn't be a question. It should be more of how do I get there? What's the address? I always try to provide all that.
Yeah.
Otherwise I don't promote them. I don't say anything about them. Like I said, I eat at a lot of restaurants, and most of them you guys don't see because of one thing, one reason or another. I'm gonna shoot there, and I don't want to promote them because that's part of my business, right? So when I shoot there, then you'll hear about them. But otherwise, you won't hear much about them. I'll post a picture, a photo of it, or a little caption of it, and this is coming soon. And then once I put them out there, then I'll throw down a promotion for them because that's what they obviously pay for, promotion, and that's what I do.
Nice. Now, I do also.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, no, no. Go ahead. You're cool.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say I noticed that you do some traveling as well, and so during your travels, I'm sure you have experienced many different cultures and different types of foods and stuff. What is the tastiest food culture and why?
Oh, okay. So my yeah, my tastiest food is actually Thai food. That's one of my favorites. Thai food, Vietnamese food, also Greek food. But we'll start with Thai food. I like Thai food because, again, here we go. So they have a lot of spices and ingredients and all that, and they put it all together to make you a meal. And their food, I really enjoy it. I Although I'm allergic to peanuts, so I make sure. Oh, I'm allergic to peanuts,
Oh,
and I
shoot.
make sure nothing's spicy.
Okay.
Right? I don't want it spicy because I need to eat it. I need to enjoy it.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want to be hot and sweating and all that stuff. No, man, I'm not doing all
I
that.
hate that.
So I make sure that it's not spicy and it's not that it's ready to go. So when I eat it, I absolutely enjoy it. And like I said, when they have everything put together, then it's perfect. It's ideal, and the freshness. And that's why I like Greek food, the Greek salads and all that, because I love Greek food. That's one of the places I went to, and that's one of the places I'll go back to,
Mm,
even though the country itself is not too much to desire. But the food, excellent, excellent. Outside of, there's the islands, of course, the Greek islands is absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, I would choose Thai food, Vietnamese food, one and the same. They're like interchangeable.
yeah,
But yeah, I try to go around. I tour the world as much as possible. I enjoy it. Other cultures, I love meeting other cultures and understanding their their whereabouts and how they do things and how they live. Um, you know, like us, like in LA, there's so many different things to do in LA that you can't do the same thing every day, every week. There's other things to discover, and that's why I do what I do because I want to bring out other things to other people to see, other people to taste, other people to go party to, or go to venues, so on and so forth. Because doing the same thing every day in and day out, it gets boring. I know I get bored. I know everyone else gets bored. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing.
yeah.
So, and I like different things. So yeah, for sure.
Now, I want to know this. On that same page, you travel the world, you eat these different foods from these different places, different cultures. And here in LA, we
Yeah.
have all of those cultures here as well. Now, here's the question, because someone told me this. Here's the question. Do you find it that in our area in Los Angeles, those cultural foods taste better here than when you're there?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I
Explain that
think
to
the
me. Explain
difference.
that to me.
It has a so when I eat food elsewhere, it's their food. It's natural. They don't use the same ingredients that we have here. They
Mm,
use their ingredients, which is a big difference, right? Mexico uses Mexican ingredients, right? We use byproducts, which is
uh,
unfortunately not healthy for us and not good for us. Other places they don't use our types of food. So you get more natural tasting foods, herbs, spices, uh, whether they have to soak it for 10 days to get the natural taste out of it, they do that. They do it very well, and
mm,
I'm very confident in eating other cultures' food by far. Although here it's different. They use different. We're more um, used to our ingredients and they adapt to our lifestyle. So they have to use our ingredients. And
okay.
they use that because they don't want to stand out to say, well, we use, our lifestyle ingredients and you don't like it. It's not about that. We're not used to tasting stuff like that. But once you understand that this is how it tastes, this is how it is, oh my gosh, that's all I want to eat.
Mm,
All I want to eat. Like the pho, like I said, Vietnamese food. I eat a lot of pho places, and I go try them, and it's just no, it's just because I've been to Vietnam. I spent a month over there, almost a month, and I ate at different spots. And I tell you, it's nothing like here. They come close, but it's nothing like it. But it's so far and few between that okay, I won't give you an A+ or a high grade, but I see you tried. I see you tried. It's good. It's good.
yeah,
But yeah, I take that all in note to say that, oh, you use our ingredients. You're Americanized, like that.
right. Have you ever been to Dubai and ate there?
No, I have not. But that's one of my destinations. Not one of the top destinations, but I will definitely go there.
Okay, because I was going to ask you, have you
Definitely.
tried camel hump?
No, 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 not yet. Not yet.
That's funny.
Soon enough, soon enough. I still have to travel around Africa, so that's going to be my next spot. I've been through all out Western Europe, all through Mexico, all through not Asia, but not in like China. I've been through some of Asia. I still got to go to most of it, but yeah, I try to get over to a lot of places as much as possible. I mean, I keep my passport, up to date because you never know when I gotta be out, I gotta pack up and leave. So I just want to make sure I go there and spend time there. When I try to leave, I try to leave for knowing that I'm going to be gone 2 weeks, and when I'm gone, when I get there, I'm like I enjoy myself so much that my wife and I, hey, you want to stay longer? There's other parts of the city that we need to see, and we end up staying weeks or a week, extended vacation.
Nice. Now, what is your favorite movie about food?
Oh man. Oh, favorite movie about food. Again, I know I sound like a broken record. I would say soul food, right?
Yes.
And the reason being is because it's not so much the soul food. I mean, we love soul food. We know where it's at, right? But I look at it as togetherness. It brings the family together. I know because that's what I grew up in. And when my parents cooked, my aunts and uncles came over, or we went over their place, our aunts and uncles, cousins, relatives, and had a whole dinner. Thanksgiving we used to do every year, although, my folks passed away, so it kind of dissolved, it's like that. But it's just the togetherness that it brings that you have a large table of people and you're talking, just talking about your life and what's up next. And again, like I said, it's bringing everybody together to enjoy family or friends, even friends. When I go with my friends, I like to go with the bulk of people because it's conversation. Everybody together. We all got to eat. we're all gonna eat, so we might as well be together and have a great conversation, and then we're good. We're cool. So yeah, soul food, definitely, definitely.
That's a good choice. I would say mine is Waiters with starring Ryan Reynolds.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Crazy one. If you haven't seen it, you gotta check that one out.
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Okay, now you only can eat one. You only can eat one for one whole year. Air fried, deep fried, or bake. Choose one and why.
Oh, stop it, man! Stop it! Stop it! I don't. I'm not into air fried right now. I don't like air fried. I've had a few meals prepared by them, by it, but I really don't like air fried. I'll eat it, but I don't like it. I would have to say baked,
Okay.
more so because anything fried, you can't eat it often. You shouldn't eat it often because it'll eventually clog up your arteries and so on and so forth. So I try to stay away from that. I do love it, but I try to stay away from it. So I would have to say baked because it's more natural, that you use the ingredients that you use, and you know that it's cooked. You're cooking it yourself, or you're ordering it at a restaurant. It's all good. But yeah, baked, it would have to be baked.
Okay, that's a good answer. Now, what is
Yeah.
a misconception? What is a misconception that people would say about you?
um, I don't know what people think about me, and I don't really, I don't weigh heavy on it. I am who I am, and I really don't talk to, like I said, I don't talk to people, not by choice, but because when I'm filming, that's the only thing I'm thinking about, filming. What can I do to improve the last time? And I get in that mode and I'm just zoned out. I just start filming and start creating something because I don't want to go back to, oh man, I missed this. Oh, I should have done this. Oh, I should, I want to make sure I capture everything. And it's not to, diss anybody or say, oh, I don't like. No, no, no. I just get in my zone and do what I have to do. And once I put my camera away, you know, I'm done. Over with, job's done. And then I'll talk to a few people, but mostly I'm like, oh, over, I'm out the door. But I try to stay behind and talk to people, or talk to people beforehand. As you know, we barely talk. We just hit a little bit, and then work starts. So it's not that I begrudge anybody, or what they think of me. I don't really have time to what you think of me. I don't care what you think about me. I'll know what you think about me by the conversations when we do have one, or by the comments that you leave in my videos or whatnot, or whatever. That, and it's your opinion, whatever. It's all good. I'm not worried about it. I still keep plugging away, man, because the job needs to be done at hand.
That's
Ultimately,
a great way to think. That's a great way to think.
yeah.
Now, what advice would you give someone who creates content for social media?
Uh, so the people that create social media, I would say that they just need to find what they want to do, and what they want to do and how they do it. It doesn't matter what you like, just create something. I guarantee, like for me, I created this website. I created something that I know that will work, right? There's other people that will love it. Other people won't like it. That's okay. It's not for everybody. But that's just the way it is for anybody. Just create what you love and put in all the work that you need to, and people will like it because you're talking from the heart. You're genuine in what you're saying, and people feel that. I know when I look at stuff, which is very little things that I watch on YouTube or whatever, but I understand what they're saying. I feel them, and that's why you watch them over and over again. You set the date and time, and when they're on, you're on. Oh, it's on right now. I gotta watch this.
Yeah,
But other than that, man, I mean, just do what you love, man. Just I tell my kids the same thing. Whatever you do, just do what you love because you don't want a job. You don't want 8 to 5. Again, back to what I was saying, stamping envelopes or whatever you're doing. Find a way to learn what you're doing, understand what you're doing, and do it yourself. Don't work for anyone. This is what you want to do. Create your own because there's always something for you. My kids, I tell them all the time, hey, why don't you go learn what you're gonna do and get out on your own. I'm here to help you. We're here to help you. My wife and I, do it. You can do it, and we're full support, and my friends, anybody. I'm down to support anybody because I want that, I don't expect to support back, but when they do, I appreciate it, by far.
That's awesome. That's great advice. Now, what's the most story time? Okay, this is story time.
Okay.
What's the most bizarre thing that you've experienced in the creative world?
Oh, what's crazy is that what's bizarre to people is not bizarre to me. People are who they are. They, again, I go back to it, but people create their stuff. That's their art, whatever it is, ear piercing, tattoos, whatever it is, right? It looks bizarre, but I separate my feelings to reality. Reality is they created something that they like, that they love, like an artist, right? Like Prince. You create something, and if I dig it, I dig it. If I don't, no biggie. Oh, it's not for me. Okay, cool. I accept what you've done, and that's you. That you have to live with that, not me. I can walk away easily. You have to live with it. So that's on you. So bizarre, hey, be bizarre. I don't care. If I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. Hey, to each his own, right? To each his own.
Yeah, you make a great point.
So yeah, so all in all, nothing's really bizarre. I mean, I've seen it all. I've done it, a lot of bizarre, what people would say bizarre stuff. But I mean, man, it's my life. It's my life. I enjoy it every day. Every day I wake up. As soon as I wake up, it's the best day ever. No matter what you're going through, no matter how life treats you, it's the best day ever because we're not promised tomorrow. And when I go to bed at night, I'm like, thank God, thank you. I survived another day. I'll see you tomorrow, and let's get the best sleep I can, and let's rinse and repeat. Let's do it again. Let's get back on the horse and keep rolling.
Yeah, that's great advice. Some people might have thought Basquiat paintings were bizarre, but there's some paintings that's $1.10 million,
Right?
$110 million. Let me get that
Yeah,
right. You know, so
yeah, right. You
so
never know. You never know. Hey, and like I said, bizarre to who? Who's to say what's bizarre? So I'm not. People say I'm bizarre, whatever. Whatever. That's your opinion. Who cares about your opinion? If it's something bad, hey, that's your opinion. If it's something good, I'll say thank you. It's hard for me to say thank you because like I said, I turn it back on them. But I appreciate it. I appreciate it. But hey, what's bizarre?
I hear you. Now, if
Let's put on. I've been to Thailand, so whoop, I've been there. That's bizarre.
okay,
That's
there
not
you
bizarre. Are you kidding? That's their lifestyle. So I can't say who's bizarre. What's everyone's different. Like Diddy, everyone's different.
go. It is bizarre. There's some people that like them for
Right?
Okay, now if you had a time machine and you can go back to the past to, young KB and tell yourself, teach your younger self something that would help you today, what would you do? What would you teach yourself?
Stay on track. Just do what you love. Stay on track and get stuff done. Get it done. Just like again, do what you love to do because if you have a job, I said it already, but do what you love so that way when you wake up in the morning, it's the first thing you think about. It's the last thing you think about when you go to sleep. I mean, you're just so eager to create what you do. And if you don't love what you do, then it's a job. Then every day I woke up every day hating to go to work. I hate waking up because I'm a night owl. I'm up until like 4 in the morning, but I wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning. So I get very little sleep and I don't take naps. So what I'm saying is that if you do what you love, it doesn't matter about sleep. It doesn't matter what you're doing. So I would tell my younger self, just stay focused, stay on tack, and go straight forward. Don't let anybody tell you any different. just do what you love. Just do what you love and do it very well. I would definitely tell myself that. I tell myself that every day. It wouldn't be any different. It
Yeah,
wouldn't be any different. I tell my kids, I tell everybody that. Just do what you want to do. Just make sure you do it very well.
yeah, that's great advice. Well, this has been a great interview. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the floor to you so you can give any shout outs you want. You can tell people how to get at you. If you got a YouTube page, anything like that, the floor is yours.
Oh man. Um, so you can get at me mostly on IG, Instagram at underscore the city lights. It's all underscore. But yeah, I'm sure you're gonna put it in the comment area. But yeah, under that. I'm on TikTok. I really don't follow TikTok that much because that platform I don't use. YouTube, I have a YouTube channel again under the city lights. I don't use that as much, but I'm going to start doing it because I have other projects that require YouTube. So along with IG. So that way, when you're like when you do your IG, you have a little short clip, and then you refer everybody back over to YouTube, right? So of course. So my longer versions will be on YouTube.
Nice.
Yeah. But
Definitely.
yeah, that's basically it. And the website under the city lights coming soon, coming soon, coming soon. No, no, no. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. I'm working hard. I'm working hard. I'm trying to get everything done. But that's a daily activity. So as
Yeah.
soon as I hire some people to do it, believe me, I'll move a lot faster.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be off the chain. I already know because everything right now on your Instagram looks great. So I can't wait to be able to go on your website and see those restaurants I haven't been to and take my old lady to those and enjoy the food because I'm
Yeah.
gonna believe you, like you said.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it for sure. But yeah, that's how people can reach out to me. But I'll let people know that as you take photos, and people want their photos, like yesterday, and I'm like, dude, I just finished, I haven't even uploaded them yet. Just give me some days and I'll get it back to you. They want it right away. But I would tell people, just relax, just calm down, just send me a message and I'll get to you. I'm not, it's no, oh, I'll get to them first. I get to you. Like, no, it's not like that. I get to people in order when I shoot the videos. I don't mind sharing the clips. If you want to pay me, great, fantastic. If you don't, you suck. You don't ask for nothing. No, I'm just teasing. But just make sure you thank the person that you're getting the material from because they don't have to do it. Fortunately enough, we're in an area where you can film anywhere and not get in trouble. You're in a country or you're in a state where you can film anybody doing anything as long as you're not disrupting or you're not causing any harm. Then you're good to go. So just people, I'll tell you, keep that in mind. You're not owed anything.
Yeah.
Just make sure when we do send you photos or send videos, just a quick thank you. I appreciate it. And the thing that irks me the most, I'm sorry, man,
Go
but
there.
when people use your stuff, I don't like it when they don't name you, and I don't like it when they edit their own stuff. Okay, if you want it raw, I'll send it raw. If you pay me for it, fantastic, good. I appreciate it. If you don't, then I know who to deal with. I know next time. But at least give a shout out. At the very least, a shout out. And I hate companies or people that use it, and now all of a sudden I see them using it on their stuff. I'm like, damn, man, give me some love.
Yeah.
But that ain't happening. So I just like, okay, now I know who you are. So now I won't send you nothing, because you don't give love. I give everybody love that I come across. If I use their material, believe it. I use, and I don't use many people's stuff because I'm all about using my own.
Right.
But when I do, hey man, I give you love on it. Here's your shout out. I can't pay you for it, but the ones I do, I do. But yeah, give people a shout out because we're working hard out there, man. We're working hard. We're working hard to give you what you want. It's a lot of work editing all that stuff. Man, I can get into it. You understand? You know how that is. And I'm sorry to say it, but it's a bitch, man. But I love doing what I'm doing. So just like I said, you guys that are watching this, and you're the ones that ask for all this stuff. Just be patient. We haven't forgot about you. And even if we do, just drop a dime, say, hey, remember me? And just I know you're busy, but remember me? Okay, cool. Oh yeah, I'll get it to you right away, and drop what I'm doing. But otherwise, just be patient. Just be patient. And
Yeah,
we do forget sometimes, but yeah.
I could piggyback off that one. I wasn't even gonna go there, but I'm gonna piggyback off
Yeah.
one of
I
the
mean,
last.
it needs to be told, man. It needs to
Yeah.
be told so people understand that, we don't fly for free. You don't get nothing for free. You can't go to anywhere and get stuff for free. And if you do, there's a catch to it,
Oh yeah.
right? So don't expect nothing for free.
Yeah. I had a model. One of the last photo shoots we did, a model came. I took a photo of her, and a model came up to me, and she was like, "Hey, how do I get the photos?" And I was like, Just send me a message on Instagram, and then I'll send it to you." She said, "I probably follow you," and I said, "Oh," and so she pulled up my account, and I followed her. She said, "Oh, you follow me," and you can see right there, follow back, right? So that moment,
Yeah.
that moment was when she would click follow back. What she did is she went to DM and wrote
Yeah.
me the picture, and I was like, "Yo, that was so rude! Like I'm right here. You didn't even hit follow back, and you get the picture for free." I was like, you could just keep it pushing." She was like,
Right, right. You
"Get
know
it."
who to deal with. You know how they are. And most of the people are cool. Whatever, they're cool. At the events, I go to a lot of events and the restaurants, the owners, whatever. People are cool, but there are people that just take advantage of you and that they'll rake you over the leaves if they can. Those are the people that I don't deal with. And when they ask, I just tell them, "Oh, sorry, I didn't get you." Whatever. But that's why. And I hate doing that, and I really don't like doing that. But leave it up to me, man. That's your problem. That's your fault.
Yeah,
That's your fault.
yeah,
Give us some love. Give us some love. That's all I say.
right. Well, man, I appreciate you having you on the show. This was a great interview. I know everybody gonna be turning up, listening about. They're gonna hear. All right, tell me where it's
No.
gonna be fun.
Oh man, I told you it's gonna be short. I really don't talk that much, man, but I know I kind of rambled off right now. Just to I, I I love talking to you. I love when we are together, we talk. We shoot the shit, and I'm sorry, but yeah, we talk. We just don't talk at length because we're there to do a job, and afterwards we talk a little bit more, and then after that we're out. And I know that you're coming from a distance, and I come from a distance. Not as far as you, but late night, 1 o'clock in the morning, we got to go to bed. Get up and rinse and repeat. So man, I appreciate you having me on. By far, I don't do conversations like this. I always dread it because even in my videos, I don't talk because I don't feel comfortable. I just shoot the video, let that work. I'll do all my talking. That's
Yes,
cool. It's cool, but it's all right. I don't mind though.
that's
But
awesome.
thank you for getting me out of my comfort zone, so to speak. But
I
yeah, for
appreciate it.
sure.
I appreciate it. It's been a conversation, man. Well, I'll talk to you later. You have a good one. Everybody, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. Leave him some comments. Ask him some questions. Ask him. All right. We out.
Yeah, I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you.
You
I'll
too.
see you soon.
Tune in. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Keep them comments coming too. Have questions for me to ask on the next episode.